All right, we're going to try this again, and I do apologize. I thought that I was in the group that I was supposed to be in, and somebody said no, I was in the family page. But I can't seem to find the regular Elizabeth Craft Designs page. That's like a shop, and so hopefully, I hope I'm in the right place. So I tell you what, we're just gonna do this here live right here and hope that this is the right place to be. So I'm beginning again. Hopefully we can delete that other one, which I will do right now. Delete, so we don't get confused. And we will start anew. And if this is the wrong place, then we'll just repost it in the right place later. But anyway, okay, here you are. Yes, I'm here. I'm here. You are still in the family page. Oh, Els, why can't I get this right? All right, listen, Els, would you like me to stop again and try to get this right? You stay here while we share. Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to stay here. Thank you very much. Wow. I am really sorry, you guys. I don't know what's going on. I'm all ready. I'm prepared. And it just wasn't showing up. It just showed me the family page. So anyway, welcome. Annette Green here. I'm going to work in my December day-by-day planner. I have quite a few pages done already, and I thought that this would be a good time to just kind of share. Why can't we share? Yes, we can share. I just thought this would be a good time to share a little bit about my process. I'm actually going to add some photos in here and talk to you about how I add photos and refer you to a couple of videos that might be really helpful that I have done regarding that. Let me see who's jumping in. Good afternoon, says Nikki. Hey, Nikki. Honora's watching again. Thank you. Welcome back. I'm all kinds of messed up, you guys. So I'm also looking off to the side here to make sure my iPad catches up. It always takes quite a while, so I will get up on my toes. Thanks for tuning in to Annette's Facebook Live. Like and comment on our video. Okay, so I did not hear if we had a winner from last time and who that was. So if Marley is watching and helping, if you want to announce that, that would be appreciated. I got it and your name came up. Hi, Annette. Dominique, hello. Hello from Belgium. And there's Els again. Okay, well, again, thank you guys for your patience on me here. I'm going to show you just a really quick flip through of what I have done so far. A lot of people are probably already done with their December day-by-days by now and just are adding photos, but I'm still kind of making pages. But I'm up to like day, let's see, today we're going to work on 15 and 16. So that's pretty far. That's all right. So anyway, this is my little day-by-day. I use the Olive Sidekick size planner. And let's get you back over here on the iPad. There we go. And I have utilized the brand new, the book number 3, of course, which very, very, very soon will be available here in the States. I hear perhaps Monday, so stay tuned for that. But that's the beauty of what I'm working with mostly. And then a lot of other papers came from this older collection from Graphic 45 called Winter Wonderland. This was back in 2016 or 2017. Yeah, 2017. So there's a lot of papers in here that actually work with papers from the book, which is kind of nice. So that's what I'm using there. All right, let's see if I can see some comments on the iPad now finally. All right. I want the book 3, says Diana. Yeah, it's beautiful. I want to get 2 more, but I can't even get them. So it was here and sold out already at ECD. Very popular. Yes, Belinda, I heard. Okay, when you said you couldn't share, I clicked on it and it came up. Oh, okay. So anyway, let's take a quick peek through my book, and then we will start back at the beginning, and I'll start popping in some photos and talk about how I do that. But, you know, just like a lot of you, I have a little dashboard page here, and mostly all of this, of course, is with the book papers and some of the new stamps. Cozy Days is a great little stamp set. I used one of the circle stamps there for this, and then the rest of this is all just cut aparts from the book number 3. So there's my little dashboard, and then I've got sort of an intro page because, gosh, being a graphic designer in my previous career days, I know that book pages always start with an odd number on the right, so I just did a little filler intro page on the left and started number 1 over here on the right. Yeah, see, Nancy says, sorry, but I can't share. Yeah, I apologize, you guys. I'm in the wrong place, but Elle says that we can share this over onto the proper page where I'm supposed to be. So thank you guys very much for hanging in there with me. So anyway, here's my little intro to what, the whole thing is about. And I just basically say a little something about taking time out in my December to slow down, take a picture a day, savor the little moments in every day, and how Greenville, South Carolina has awesome things to offer in the way of holiday cheer, and just all kinds of wonderful things are going on here all the time. It really, really feels like the holidays. Hello, Jan from New Hampshire. All the ECD papers are awesome. Yes, they are, Michelle. I agree. I very much agree. We'll figure it out after the live, says Elle. Oh, Elle's okay. Els has some wonderful news today, you guys. I checked with her to make sure it was okay if I shared it. But she became a grandmother once again earlier this morning, a baby grandson. So congrats to Els and Yoop and the whole family. Summer, you used to live in South Carolina? Awesome. Hi, Candace. Okay, so anyway, here's my little Hello December. And I have over here in a bin all the things I've used, so I'll just kind of quickly show you that my little holly over here is from the Wintergreen set. The Hello December is from the Hello December stamp set, of course. All the little numbers that you'll see coming up are from the new calendar numbers set. So many new wonderful things. And I do have a video where I just shared, probably last week, of my December day by day kind of easy tips and things of getting started and things that I do to prep that you might find helpful. So I believe Marley is going to put that link to that video for me eventually, so watch for that. But I do talk about my thought process as I get things ready, and how I prep my photos and so forth. And also there's another video that I have strictly about prepping your photos for your planner. So that link will also be shared as well. Yes, congratulations to Els. It's very exciting. Grandson. All right, so page 1, I have used a brand new, it's a Sidekick die, of course, and it's called the Snow Globe. It's Planner or Sidekick Essentials 20. Has all these great little deer and the snow globe, and of course the page die, which I used quite a lot on quite a few of these pages. So I have used that here, and I think I'm just going to go ahead as I talk about things, and I'll go ahead and put my photos in place. So what I do with my photos is I go through my planner. I have all my little pages ready, right? And I take little measurements and I jot them down on a piece of paper, and I actually say, like, day 1 was when we went to the Norman Rockwell, blah, blah, blah. And then I measure and write that all out. And then I go into my photo program, which for me is Photoshop Elements, and size all my photos onto like an 8.5 by 11 sheet like this. And you can see I've already punched out that circle from my snow globe. And you see there's like 2 of everything, and that's just what I do just in case I mess up when I punch or cut or do something, or I slip with my knife. And so these are actually on matte photo paper, which I thought I would try this year, but honestly I don't care for it. So you can see this is glossy photo paper, and I have cut out all my photos from it. And the reason why I made that switch is because I felt like the matte photo paper really sucks up the ink super, super dark, and I didn't care for that too much. It might not matter to you, but I do like the glossy photo paper a little bit better. So that's what I'm going to use here. And Of course, I could have used the die to cut out the photo, but I decided that I wanted to see a little bit of my cream colored area back here, and also because I already have this assembled and I didn't leave this unglued here, I can't really put a whole circle in here without cutting it off. So I've just whacked off the bottom, and I will put that right there. And I'll take a peek at the comments. What kind of printer? I have a Canon. I just got a brand new, I like Canon printers. I've always had Canon for a long, long time. And this is a Canon TR, it's a Pixma TR80, I forget what the number is. But it's a Canon Pixma printer, which has always been, all the Canon Pixma printers have always been really great, reliable printers for me. So that page is pretty much done. I already journaled down here, and this cute little tag has a eyelet in it. This little tag is also something new, and that is a stamp. All the details small. You can see it right there. I've used it. And then also there's a die that coordinates with it. That same size, which makes it super handy. And oh, there it is. Okay. Sidekick Essentials 19. Remember this forever. You can see there's a couple of tags in there and all kinds of other stuff that we'll talk about. So anyway, that covers that page, I think, pretty well. And then we have day 2 over here. I'm talking about feeling festive and how we walked around and took a nice long exercise walk, and then my husband sprained his ankle. So instead of putting a picture of my husband's black and blue ankle, I decided it might be a little prettier to put in this photo from our balcony, because that same day he twisted his ankle, we went and got some Christmas lights to put on the balcony. So I'm going to save you the looking at his ugly foot, and we're going to put this pretty photo of the balcony with the new lights on it there. So that page is done. Page 1 starts on the right. Yes, yes, it does. Page 1 is over there, and there's 2 and 3 here. That's just what I'm used to with printing. If you ever look at books, that's kind of how they go, right? So day 3, I have used the Today page, which is not a brand new one. Let's pull that out. This is one I haven't used. It's Sidekick Essentials 10. I have used things in it before in other videos and pages. Yes, his ankle is fine now, Belinda. Thank you. He's doing much better. He played hockey on it on Sunday. You know, he's just one of those tough guys. But anyway, I haven't used this at all as a page die, and I thought, well, why not now? So I went ahead and made it. I love this with the stitched Today letters there. Awesome. And December 3rd is our child's birthday, and I say child because recently they have decided that they are more comfortable with the pronouns they, them. And so we do not refer to her as our daughter. They are our child. And so they brought over this beautiful birthday cake on their birthday and shared it with us. And I talk all about that wonderful day that we had. But here you can see this large tree, a Christmas tree. That is another new die. And it's actually a full-size Planner Essentials die, number 47, the forest tree page. But I thought, why not have just the tree as an element on a Sidekick size page? And it worked out just fine. And then, of course, I used one of Yosette's new dies that has some little trees there. That one I did pull that one out. That one was Winter Scenery. It has all these great little animals and little trees. So I just used the smallest tree there. Just a little accent to fill out that page. Okay. Like how you journaled on the back side of the Today section. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, that looked like a great place. I used the this stamp, Monthly Overview. This is another new one to make those lines there. And I just, of course, eliminated the numbers. When I did it, I just stamped it strategically down the side. So that's something you can do because I don't write very straight. That's very helpful to have all those rules. Thank you, Cora. Thank you, Tracy. Robin, yeah, that's for another day, that explanation. It's something that a lot of us probably aren't comfortable with yet, the they them thing. But the more I listen and pay attention, the more common I think it is, and the more accepting and educated I am getting about the whole thing. Okay, so this is, gosh, all kinds of great stuff here. So I'm just going to slide in my photo first, and you notice how I'm just sliding things underneath, which means I was having the forethought when I was adhering some of these things down to not glue them where they're going to overlap the photo. Okay, so this one is also part of a new die set. This is called, I believe this is called Polaroid Style. Yes, Sidekick Essentials 21 Polaroid Style. So the word joy is in there. This great, Insta photo Polaroid style frame is in there. And of course I went back to the winter greens to do my little accent there. And over here, the iris shutter, you guys. I love this thing. I couldn't wait to try it. And I'm so happy with how it turned out. Now Esther and Els and is it Marha or Marie Claire? Somebody else has done a video on how to do this iris shutter, and so the steps are there. Now, mine isn't perfect, but it's pretty darn good, and it's sweet to reveal the little bird in there, so I'm pretty happy with that. Thank you, Pat. Welcome. And welcome, Brenda. So on this page, I'm just going to put my little photo of the Swamp Rabbit Trail, they call it here in Greenville. It's a long, I don't even know how long it is. Many, many miles long, wonderful paved trail right off of our apartment, right out the door of our apartment, where you see lots of bike riders, walkers, skaters, and we utilize it all the time. And so I rode up here on my bike ride today. I saw 4 deer, about 100 squirrels, and 3 beautiful blue jays, which is true. So it's difficult to get a picture of all that, of course, when they're jumping by you and scurrying past or flying up in the tree. So it's just a picture of the trail, but it's a beautiful trail. I do love it. Okay, this spread for 6 and 7. This is part of the new candle page die, and if I'm not mistaken, that is also a full-size Planner Essentials page die, but I have just used the candles as an embellishment on a Sidekick size page. So this is Planner Essentials 45 candle page. So there's my little candles. I've got my label from the book 3 collection. And my photo here is going to be this one of me with the pool cue because my husband and I decided that we were going to buy each other an early Christmas present. Our apartment here has a really nice pool table downstairs, but the sticks are awful. And we've been playing a lot with the awful sticks, and we've been doing all right. We're not great anyway, but we decided it would be really nice to have some nice pool sticks. So we went out and bought some that day. And you see how I've put it over the flame because I learned later, you don't always know what your photo is going to be, that my flame came right up over my pool cue. Now I could put it over there and put a little glue behind it. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, so anyway, there's that one. That one's done. I've already journaled it. And then this one, let's see. I talked about the candle. Okay, this is a new die as well. And that is also, it's the same. No, it isn't. That's a different one. Let me find this one real quick. Okay, this is Sidekick Essentials 19. Oh, this is the one I showed you earlier that has those little tags here. Remember this forever page. So it has this great notebook edge page here. I love that. So I just used it as an accent. I cut the page, but then I also cut a strip of paper with that same edge, and then that's just an accent down the side. I would love that right now. It's raining freezing gray. It doesn't feel like Christmas in Texas. Oh, 85, yuck. Oh no, it's night. It's 52 degrees here right now in the middle of the afternoon. So it's very nice. So this page in particular has a little journaling about my walking with, I think I've mentioned this in lives before, my friend in Florida where I used to live, Tiffany. She and I would walk twice a week back there, and then when I moved, I said, well, we can still walk and talk. So this is me. See my little head? And this is the big Christmas tree that's lit up in downtown Greenville. And I was on the phone call with her. I said, I'm going to stop and take a picture for you. So I texted it to her later. So that's on my walk while talking to Tiffany. I snapped a quick photo of the tree downtown. All right, so page 8 and 9. This is an older die. This is from, and I think I used this earlier, Sidekick Essentials 5, that has this and also this one on the inside, which is what this little tag is. And from the paper collection in the book 3, of course, I've made a little pocket out of one of those cut-aparts. And earlier I used that same die way back here at the beginning that has that little kind of open stitched edge around the journaling part. So that's the same die. And so I have, this is about where I stopped because I was kind of doing this journaling this morning to get ready for the live. I do have the photos ready. So this was in particular a very cute VW van that is a restaurant ordering station outside of a place called Tandem. This is a place that we ride our bikes to, and I love that little van for other reasons that you'll see coming soon. But I wanted to stop on the bike ride and take a quick picture of the van. This was a different day, a different bike ride, and I will talk about that in my journaling. And then over here, this was yesterday, right? The 9th? Yeah, today's the 10th. I took a little picture of Suki, my dog. She was playing her little puzzle game where I put treats in these different compartments and she has to figure them out. It's almost like a little puzzle. Good for her little brain. So she was just doing that while I was sitting here at the computer taking care of some business. So add that there. And I'm pretty much caught up because today is the 10th, and these are pages that you may have seen on, oh, you have a cat named Suki, Judy? Oh, a lot of people I have learned have pets named Suki. I think that's super cute. We named her Suki because of the Japanese background in my husband's side of the family. And Suki, which you actually say ski, means love in Japanese. All right, so these pages are they were on the blog a couple days ago, the Elizabeth Crafts blog. So there's all kinds of details about how I made these, what's used to make these, and a full video tutorial on this as well. So we can put that link here, or you can just hop over to the ECD blog. I think it was on December the 2nd or 3rd, 4th or something. Can't remember. But you can see these are cut aparts from the paper, even the background. And this little photo frame, I've used it a couple of times. It's really not a photo frame at all. It's from one of the new sets as well, the large number set. It's got a cute like stitched edge to this rectangle and then this attached coat hanger. So I just cut the coat hanger off because I thought it was the perfect size, and it made a nice little photo mat. And then, of course, I love to mix and match and pull things from other dies. So these are from Yosette's, one of those. Cute. Yes, the train carts set. It has all these great gift boxes and things to make trains out of. But I've used just little things to make accents. This is in that set as well, these little light strings, and these are actually from the train, holiday train, yes, to make the little peppermints there. So, you know, I just like to mix and match and grab whatever's around that I have to decorate my pages. And then, of course, the stamp is from one of the new stamp sets. So I'm not sure what's going to go here today. All I've done today is get ready for this, and I did shoot a quick game of pool. And then 12 and 13 are looking like this. Here I've used Yosette's stitched, fitted squares, I believe it's called. I didn't pull that one out, I don't think. Oh yes, I did. Stitched indented squares. They have little dots and stitches around the edges, which are super cute. And then this is another one of Yosette's. It's an older one, but I use it a lot. Diagonal stitched fishtails. So that's good. I use that later too, and I also used it here. So, I mean, these pages are pretty straightforward, as you can see. And then 14, we introduced the gnome down here. Isn't he cute? I watched Elle so much with the gnome making, I couldn't resist. So he's got a little felt beard. My Facebook Live photo. Yes, that's what I should do, Belinda. That's a good idea. So I have 14 all ready to go. This is the stitch circle die from Yosette. And so over here, I do have a page finished, but now I'm going to work on the back side of it. So let me push this up here, and we'll bring this stuff over here. I've got all kinds of stuff laid out. I'll put this to the side. So this is what 15 looks like. And we're going to work on 16 and 17 together here. So once again, that Polaroid style and this page edge die that I showed you earlier, cut apart from the paper. I like to put a little eyelet in these great little journaling tags from the book 3. So that is ready to go. And then the back side of that looks like this. So I'm going to push this out of the way. And you can see I've already started to put some hole reinforcers here. If you remember, these are those Christmas trees. And which set are they from? I don't know that I pulled that one out. But it's from an older set, and it was like a bookmark set, I think it was called. Let's see if I put it over here. I did not. Well, I'm sure that y'all can find it. But it is an older one. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to put one more on here. And I have put, of course, double-sided adhesive on the back. I wonder if a lot of people are still sitting over there on the Elizabeth Craft Designs regular page wondering, where the heck is she? There was a reason I didn't put this one down yet, because I have sort of designed these pages, you guys. So I didn't stick it down too hard. Let me see if I can get that up. There was a reason. Very gently. We'll see. Okay, good. I did it. The gnome is so cute. Yes, he is cute. Okay, so I am thinking of kind of doing a matching border with my papers here. Again, these are papers from Graphic 45. So I'm going to get these on here. Welcome, Denise. You found me. I'm in the wrong place, but you found me. I'm going to figure out what I did. All right, so just to kind of mirror that, I'm going to put this one over on the other side. We will upload this video today to your YouTube page. Okay, good. All right, well, I wasn't looking and I kind of went off the edge a little bit, but that's okay for today. Okay, so those are done, but I want to make sure before I forget to go ahead and punch the holes again. And I'm going to use my crocodile. Same over here. Okay. And now I can put my little reinforcer back on there. Kathy is here watching. Welcome, Kathy. Okay, and then I have over here the iris shutter. I had experimented with different papers and I had this extra piece just lying around and I thought it might make a really cute little wreath slash journaling area. So that's my plan here, and of course the center of the circle is also part of that set, which I die cut out of like a tan paper, and I also use one of those stamps to make those lines so that I can pop that right back in there and have a nice journaling spot. So I'll get that on here next. I think I'll use glue for this part. Yes, Cora, isn't it pretty? It's one of my all-time favorites. It's very classic, the Graphic 45 Winter Wonderland. And I do have a lot of it kind of stashed away, but at our retreat in North Carolina in October, somebody actually was like giving them out as a swap, like a whole paper pad, all these paper pads from Graphic 45 to every guest, 30 guests. And I got Winter Wonderland, and I was super excited because that meant I didn't have to worry about cutting into my stash. I had an extra pad of it. Okay, so there's my little journaling spot, and I do have my little circles that match this paper. And I'm going to put those over on this left page. I do hope that people have figured out to jump over here from the other. I'm up on my toes again because the comments are showing up only on my phone and not on my iPad anymore. So I'll have to keep peeking and checking in with you guys. Speaking of retreats, Els spilled the beans the other day a little bit, and I was fine with that. I was watching and laughing and smiling right as she was saying it. But if you missed, what's today, Friday? If you missed Wednesday's live, Els made mention of a potential retreat slash getaway crafting event that includes myself and Terry and Els. So we are, hi Kathy, thank you very much. We are planning and plotting and trying to get our details in order and figuring out pricing and all that good stuff. And then just stay tuned and we'll get back to you as soon as we have all the information. But we're looking at the end of May of 2022. All right, so I have a couple of things prepped here. I have these little holly leaves and some berries, and that's from one of Els Yosette's dies. I have this little tag here. Someone's ready. Judy's ready to buy her plane ticket. All right. Oh, Tracy, yes, you are in the wrong country. Wouldn't it be great to have you join us? Okay, so I'm going to, I believe, turn this on its side over here. Yes, it could go this way, but I feel like that's way too balanced and perfect, so I am going to move this over here. No reason why we can't do it that way, right? So I'm going to put that on its side. Clearly, I'm running low on tape runner here. And just because I have that one little skinny spot, I'm going to add a little bit of glue up at the top there. Yes, retreat, crafting getaway. Teresa! Thank you, Mercedes. Thank you very much. Okay, I think I'll put this down here. And I went ahead and saved this center part. I just kind of feel like I want that back in there. So I want to glue that in. I could ink the edges, but I don't think I'm gonna. Maybe they'll repeat it and travel to you, Tracy. Well, I mean, Els was saying all kinds of stuff yesterday about going to the Netherlands and teaching there together. I would love to do that. You just never know. You never know what's going to happen. I keep my options open. So you can see all my numbers are on this parchmenty yellow paper, which I believe I said in my other video are just punched with a 1-inch circle. And then the larger one that goes around it is from that iris shutter center. And it's a really great little circle because it's got little stitched lines around it. So I'm going to put that up there. And I grabbed the poinsettia die and I cut 2 of those, and I thought, oh, that could be nice on the top of my little wreath here, so I think I'll do that. And I just cut these. Yes, come to the Netherlands. Yona, yeah, I will if I can. I would love to. Would I need an interpreter? Well, of course, Els will come with me. And then Esther, of course, will be there. So I guess I'm covered, right? Like, it's my understanding that most of the Dutch, like, does everyone speak English? Are you taught English in grade school? Does everyone have to know it? I don't know. I kind of thought that was the case, but I could be mistaken. So I've got my little poinsettia up there, and I'm going to pop in a couple of little holly leaves that I had die cut. And you can see it's just right out of Esther's paper, the book 3. I'm going to slide that under there before that glue sets. Okay, and in the middle of my little poinsettia, I use some, gosh, this is really old, liquid pearls, little gold liquid pearls from a long, long time ago. I just put a few dots in there. And then I think I showed this a moment ago. I already broke the news to my hubby. I may be in Colorado. Yay! Therese, most of you do. Okay, good to know. Never had language problems there. Okay, good. Well, I think I'll be all right then. Well, that's on my bucket list. Go to the Netherlands, teach a class with Els and Esther. Okay, so that's pretty much my left page. I'm going to call it done for now. You know, sometimes you don't know if it needs more till you get a photo on there and decide, oh, I was going to put something else on here. This looks a little plain to me, so I grabbed the, this is also from the poinsettia die. And I die cut a couple of these. I think they're supposed to be rolled up and used as the centers of the poinsettia flower. The Netherlands is beautiful, says Michelle. You've been, huh? Oh, I know. My friend Johanna, that used to live here in the apartment, she is Dutch, and she went home, I forget when it was, last spring, and she showed me the pictures from there. It was beautiful. So I have just die cut these out of like an ivory kind of cardstock, and I use the red centers. I think they're in that set as well. Let me look and see if I have that flower die right here so we can check. So yeah, there's the little center, so that's the red inside, and then there's the little starbursty thing. I think that, yeah, you're supposed to roll it up and use it as the middle of your flower. So I just thought, well, they'd be cute little decorations on my wreath. They look like little starbursts. So that's what I'm going to do here. Get these on here. Most of us speak it with the Dutch accent. I think that's what you said, isn't it, Angelique? Haven't been to the Netherlands since the late 60s. Oh, I bet it's changed a lot since then. I really like the wreath and polka dots. Yes, that polka dot paper, that's from the book 3. I love it too. I used it quite a lot through the pages, I think you may have noticed. Okay, so that's cute. My little wreath, decorated a little bit. Okay, and over here, I thought, I've got this little brown photo mat to kind of match that one. I thought that might go there. And I got my little 17 ready to go. I just had like a snowflake laying around from using the classic Christmas set. This is. I just had an extra one laying around, so I think I'll work that in. And then when I was working on my little gnome girl, check her out. Isn't she cute? There's a heart in that set, in the gnome set. So I had that cut out and ready. I don't know where I'll use it yet, but I did have to show you something funny here. This is the gnome girl I made in the car on the way to Florida, and she's a hot mess. I mean, she's kind of cute, but it's not advisable to do that in the car, a moving car. I was making my husband Paul crazy, huffing and puffing when he would take a curve or hit a bump, like it was all his fault. So I have here, this is also one of the new dies. No, it isn't a new die. It's an old die, new stamp set. Okay, so this is the new stamp set. I think I showed it before, the note pieces. And I am focused right now on this one, but I have used this one for a lot of the rules and the lines that you've seen earlier. And it works perfectly with an older die, number 21, note pieces. Well, thank you, Jennifer. My gnome girls are gorgeous. Thank you. I'm sure she was hot in Florida with all those layers on. Yes, she's hot. Hot mess. So 21 note pieces is this one. It has all these parts and pieces to it. And there is the one that fits perfectly with this particular die with the, or the stamp that has all the dots. And of course, here's the big tall one. And then this one, they all match different things in that stamp set, which I love. I love it when they do that. It's so cool. So I'm going to put this over here, and this will be partially like a journaling area, but I don't love how the holes in this little notebook side don't really stand out. So I've been thinking about putting a little green paper back there, a little cardstock, and I think that's going to pop and look a lot better. So I've already got a little double-sided adhesive over here. And I'm just going to put this strip, it's just a scrap strip. Just going to put this on here. And it's even too long, and that's fine. We'll just trim it off. If any of you had seen the post the other day with the planner pages that I showed you earlier, with all the peppermints and all that jazz. I did not have the complete linked list of supplies because they weren't available yet, but they are available now. If you all have been on the website, you know that they are available. I was amazed at all the water. Rhonda. In Florida? Oh, Netherlands, yes. Oh, I see. I can't wait to get my order, says Teresa. Esther thinks of everything. Yes, she does. Absolutely. So this is going to be my little journaling place. I think I can go ahead and get this in place. Yes, I think I'll do that now. I'll use tape runner for this because it's large. And just so I have room for my gnome girl, I think I want to push this way over here. And I want to leave plenty of room for me to be able to journal. So my thought was that she would go here. Now, if you notice, she's got a little scarf on. See that? That's not part of the set. I went to an older, what is that one set by Yoset? It has all the little like winter accessories. Is that what it's called? Winter accessories. And the scarf is right there. Now, it's a little bit bigger. I trimmed it off over here, but it worked pretty darn well. So, of course, all the little paper pieces are from Esther's The Book number 3. Oh, Therese, thank you very much. And then this is supposed to be, I think in the photos of this particular die, they use the little like pom-pom ball, but there's a flower somewhere in that set, and I just decided I'm going to use that instead. Made her some little striped leggings there. So I'm going to pop her right on the edge over here. This time I'm going to use a little glue. Great tip on the scarf. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. You guys are very kind. I hope everybody's doing all right. It's such a weird time right now, right? You think, oh, COVID is finally over, and now this Omicron, I don't even want to bring it up. But I hope everybody is staying healthy and enjoying their Decembers. I want her to be sort of tilted, like she's whimsical. I think that's cute. Oops. Ooh, she almost lost her ponytail. That little gnome has style. Yes, she does. Okay, let's see. And then I've got my little snowflake and my photo mat. I think I'm going to put that up there and have this kind of coming from behind it. In one of my videos recently, I did mention about like a design tip of overlapping. I don't know if any of you all watched that, but it's just a simple little thing. Like I have people say to me, how do you know, like why do your pages look so good and mine don't? Or how come some people's just look so different than how I put things together? And sometimes it's just a matter of overlapping things. Like the example that I gave in the video was, I forget which page, I think it was the one with the peppermints and all that. And I was just kind of showing how if you have a page and you have some elements, let's say we have this element and oh, something else like this. So a lot of people might think, that's my page. What's wrong with that? You know, why doesn't that look very good? Even if it was on pretty paper, this is very plain paper, but it's because everything is spread out from each other. And if you just took a moment to overlap things a little bit, now of course I have adhesive on the back of this, so I have to be careful. But like, and I would pick something a little bit smaller maybe. If you start to slightly overlap elements, even him, he could come back on there now. I mean, this is a weird little idea, but, and I don't have anything super handy, but just to overlap things slightly like that makes a big, big difference. Whoops. So I think you get the idea. Overlap. It's a subtle little thing. It doesn't take but a second to try and see how it looks, and it just makes a huge difference, I think. Thank you very much, Patricia. Let's see. Making clusters is better. Don't let elements float on the page. Exactly, Yona. Yep. I love the colors you used in your creation. So warm and cozy. Thank you, Patricia. She has a relaxing manner, always showing us, but don't get me wrong. Thank you very much. Very kind. So now that I have adhesive on here, I think I want to get this down. This will be my photo mat for this page. And I'm inclined to overlap, see? And I know I glued her down with glue, but let's see. Can I get it under there? Yeah, I like that better. See, just that little tiny bit of overlap instead of floating that right above that element. I think that looks so much better. And I was going to squeak this under there, but I forgot. So here's what you do when that happens. You just whack it in half. Where's my big long scissors? Let's see. All right, well, these will have to do. Let's see. Yep, just maybe not in half, maybe almost in half. So we'll just cut that and we'll pop it in over there like that. Yep, so it looks like it's behind it, which is kind of nice to do it that way too, because then it reduces the bulk that is underneath your photo. And of course we know that when we're making a day-by-day book, they get filled up very quickly. So the least amount of bulk, the better. I have certainly had to ditch the whole planner and go to a 3-ring system because my pages just got too thick. So I have learned since then. And you know what? I think that heart would be pretty cute right there, overlapping the photo area slightly. And I do have double-sided adhesive on the back, so I just won't press really, really hard. So when it's time to get my photo underneath there, I can. But I think that's pretty cute. So, my gosh, did I finish? I think I'm done. Yeah, so this is a lot of good space for journaling. I'm going to get this in my book. It's so strange how, oh, there's all my comments. I have to keep touching the screen, you guys, so I'm sorry. I'm not ignoring you. Thank you, Cora. I'm glad you found these tips helpful. Did we have a winner from Wednesday? Did anyone come on and say so? I don't want to have that person. Thank you, Waldo. Just lovely pages. Thank you very much. I don't want that person to miss out. One thing I do want to add about sizing your photos when you are deciding on the sizes of your photos for your mats, because I had this question come up from somebody who actually was trying very hard to work in Photoshop Elements and having trouble. Thank you, Jennifer. In one of my videos, when I say prepping your photos for planners, I say pull up your photo, resize it to 3, which also made then the height 4. That was super easy. But what if you have a photo that's like super big and has, like, say my whole body was in this and this whole tree was in here, but all I wanted was this, 1 1/4 by 2.5 size. So that's where you would have to go into the photo and select the cropping tool as opposed to the resizing tool. I hope that makes sense for those of you that might be a little familiar. And then you actually can type in this measure and it'll give you a cropping box. And you just put it where you want it on the photo and crop away the rest, and it resizes it perfectly. How to prep your photos. Thank you for putting that link there. So that's that video there that they just put up the link. So this was super fun, and I really think, based on what I see here, I think I'm going to be able to get all 31 days in here. Last year I did, here's last year's. I think I stopped at 25 because it got really, really full. I stopped at Christmas Day. I did like a big double page spread and then a closing page. But I think because it was getting, I don't know, I could have had a little more room, I think. But I felt like working up to Christmas was my goal. But it's totally your option if you want to go to Christmas or if you want to go to the end of the month. It's yours to decide. Okay, so that is it for me today, people. I thank you. I'm going to just pop this on here because I was going to show you this earlier. This little tiny clip would be a great way to hold down this today page if you felt so inclined. But I do thank you for joining me. I do apologize once again for hopping on the wrong page to do the live today. I appreciate your patience. I hope you've enjoyed it, and of course it will be shared over on the proper page. Hey, Angela Beavers, and thank you, Esther. It'll be over on the proper page for you all to watch, and of course on their YouTube channel as well. So thank you once again. I'm going to sign off for today. Congratulations again to Els for being a grandmama once again, and I will see you guys very soon. Take care.